The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the podcasters and any guests and do not reflect the views, thoughts, and opinions of any of the sponsorships or affiliates of thereof.
You are now tuned in to the Lake Talk with your host, Daddy Funk. The Lake Talk. What it do? It's your boys from the Lake Talk 801 podcast, where we shine light on local artists and entrepreneurs. To my right, I got Babyface Fonzie, aka El Niño Viejo. To my left, I got the real Ruby, aka the Critter, aka the Transmitter.
I haven't heard that one in a long time.
And myself, G Daddy Funk, aka Baby Bladder, aka I had one. Oh, Canicas. There it is.
All right.
Wait, what?
He gives himself nicknames. That's not how it works, Memo.
What? I know people that call me Canicas.
Right. All right. Let's now let's move on.
Go ahead. Hey, we got a sponsor, and give them a shout out, Rubes.
What's up, everybody? Our podcast is sponsored by Bohemian Brewery, crafting Utah's finest lager since 2001. Our favorite is their Mexican-style lager, Cerveza. Smooth, easy drinking, and literally perfect for any occasion. So don't wait. Go down to 94 East and Fort Union Boulevard to get yours today.
Man, that was beautiful.
Hey, I like that. I like the energy, bro.
that was some good energy.
Yeah,
All right,
finally,
guys.
you do something right.
All right. Thank you.
Damn. Hey, but I was gonna say, you were on Dre's podcast recently.
Oh, yeah. 7 or 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah.
We're day 7.
It was just you and Fonzie. You guys didn't invite me. It's okay. I'm not mad. But you did good,
No,
bro.
I think you were busy that day. You were with your boyfriend.
Shit.
He said it himself, guys.
I didn't say that he was.
You said I was.
We're going to chop it up and make it.
Oh wait, bro. So by the way,
What?
remember you said that with Santos that you went to what's that place?
Oh.
Lakewood Joe's
I
with
went
those-
there and he was there, yeah.
Yeah, you said press ass. I already did it.
Oh,
It's
you
coming
got
out.
it? Okay, good.
Press ass? I said press ass?
Yep.
I guess I said press ass. I don't know what that means.
Anyways,
A presence, suppose you try to say, but you
Oh,
said you
but I
like
was
to
talking
press
fast,
ass.
I think. Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
It's funny.
oh shit. Anyways, you did good, bro. Like I was like, you were talkative on with Dre.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Fonzie.
Dre's the homie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It just came out on YouTube the other day, so go check that out. It's what? Dre's ISO 220 podcast?
Unrestricted.
Is unrestricted?
ISO pod.
I get confused because he has the 2, right? He has 2 different ones.
Yeah.
Sort
three.
of, kind of.
But anyways, it's out on YouTube, so check
And
it
he's
out.
also on the radio, so you can hear him on the radio as well.
Yeah, but if you want to watch that episode with me and Fonzie and him on 12 Days of Christmas, ours was day 7. Check it out on YouTube.
Shout out to Dre.
So he highlighted a scene or a clip where you say that you're like Chef Ramsay.
Yeah, I saw that. I like how he did that. I said I feel like I'm the Chef Ramsay of judging food, except for I don't have no culinary background and I've been told that my taste is trash. That's what I said.
Yeah.
But I was just joking.
About what?
The second part.
About your taste
I do like
being
to
trash.
I do like to judge food though.
Yeah, you
But
do.
is your taste trash?
No. I was just doing that for laughs.
So how can we measure that? Because like, how do we know that your taste is not trash? In the sense of like, do you tell people, hey, go?
Bro,
here?
you calling me a fucking raccoon right now?
I don't know what the fuck that means, but if the shoe fits, wear it, motherfucker.
What?
No, I'm joking. No, but what I'm asking is, like, every time that you recommend a spot to people, are people like, damn, Ruben, that was a great spot?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't really recommend places to people that much. Sometimes they do. Sometimes I do. People don't ever ask, man. You know.
No, I know. So then, but what I'm asking is, how could you measure your critique on people's foods? If you know what I'm saying,
I just do it for my own. You know what I mean?
okay, just for your
I just do it
shits
for
and
me.
giggles. I got you. Okay,
I'm not a yeah, but I like that show. Is what it is. I like that show. I like to watch the Food Network sometimes, and then Chef Ramsay, the Hell's Kitchen. He's like yelling at people and stuff. Like he's cool, man.
Yeah, that is funny. It is funny.
I like it that he doesn't scream at the little kids when he does a little.
He's patient with them.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what's
a
cool.
totally different person.
These guys talking about kids iron chef or some shit.
Yeah, you don't watch that one?
Yeah, I've seen it. That's a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
But I was talking about Hell's Kitchen.
No, I know.
Like, you're a pig. Get out of my kitchen.
He
Well, it was funny.
You dog, get out of my face.
Didn't he
he's
put like
hilarious, bro.
two pieces of bread in between a girl? And
He did?
Yeah, and he
I
told
never
her,
saw that. I gotta
he told
see
her,
that.
like, I forgot what it was, but it was something like that. It was
Right.
funny. Anyways, but yeah. Okay, cool, man. So what else is new, bro?
Not much. We do have a guest with us here today. We tell him a little bit about how we got in contact with them.
So Salsa is our guest, and man, I don't even know how it came about. In all honesty, man, I think you guys came out on Dre's pod, right?
We did, yeah.
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 Okay. So real quickly, we got Salsa up in the
I
building.
know you.
And I messed up.
Welcome, bro.
I'm gonna
Welcome.
edit. I'm gonna
What's
edit
up,
that. No, I'm not.
No, you're
No,
good.
I'm
No,
not.
you're good.
Nah. So we're thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
having me.
man. I know you guys are busy.
Yeah.
Busy. You say your wife right now. She's
Yeah, she's supposed to be here, but we got reorders, and we have an expo this weekend. We're in a new store. A lot of stuff is happening.
Oh,
so
wow.
got you.
so we're just trying to accommodate the new requests.
Business is booming then.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
good.
sounds
Thank you.
up in
I
the
appreciate
house.
it.
Let's start it off like this, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. And yeah, like where are you from? Are you originally from Utah?
No, well, I was born in SoCal, and then I lived in like Phoenix Mesa for a couple years. Moved to Magna for a year, and then I grew up, I guess, in like from like 6th grade on in to Tooele.
Oh.
Yeah, so I grew up in Tooele. So I grew up out here, graduated out there, went to Slick for a little bit, trying to do like criminal psychology to do like serial killers.
Oh damn.
So I did that, but then I started a family, and then I started working, and then eventually, I started making
Doing what you
salsa.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, here now.
Yeah.
So are you into food then? Like, do you cook, or what got you into the salsa?
I've always been a cook. I've always cooked. Everyone's always wanted me to cook for the family gatherings, all this stuff. But it was so we do. I fight, like I do jiu-jitsu
Oh shit.
competitions. I train MMA. Like we sponsor fighters. But at the time, I'm a picky eater. One thing I wanted to eat more was like salsa, especially if like I'm traveling. I wanted something healthy to eat, and I couldn't find any out here that had like spice, flavor, anything that like I wanted. So I made some, and then I just started sharing it with people because I made a lot. It makes a lot, and that was kind of it. People were like, well, I'll buy it from you, and all right, and that was it.
Start selling it.
dope.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was selling it, and then people were like, I heard you had salsa, and I was like, yeah. Then pretty soon I became the salsa dude, and I was out just like slinging salsa from like the back of my car. I still do it sometimes.
For real?
Yeah, like if I'm at the gym and because usually we'll leave a market or an event, I'll go home. I'll get up like 2 hours later because I really don't sleep, and then I'll go and I'll train for 3 hours. So I'll usually still have the stuff in my car.
Right.
And people are like, well, if you have stuff, like, can you hook us up? Can we get salsa? I'm like, all right, so I'll go out there just slinging
Slanging that.
salsa. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Slanging salsa.
So what's your ethnicity background, bro?
So Black Mexican.
Okay.
So my mom is from Sinaloa, like her family's from Sinaloa, Mexico, and then right,
Yeah.
and then my dad's side, Mississippi, Arkansas, so more of like the South,
Right.
So it's
up.
a good little
Yeah.
blend, good little
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the best of both worlds, bro.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus.
blend. Yeah, they both-
Hannah Montana. I'm sorry.
Shoot, for real.
Salsa. Salsa in the house.
So like, was your family trying out your salsa when you first started making salsa?
No, it was just no, like
that?
it was just me and like me, my girlfriend, my wife now, my baby, like it was just us. Like it was just I wanted a sauce. Like I didn't make it for people. I didn't
Right.
make it for like the world. I was just like I need a sauce that I will eat. So I went in and I started playing with different recipes, and I was like, all right, this is good. And then that was
Were you getting recipes like from your mom or someone, or
I made them all.
Yeah.
Scratch right off the dome, like Kendrick Lamar. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
shit.
Did
fire, huh?
Did
No,
anybody teach you how to make the salsa?
Nope.
You just learned yourself?
No, so at this time I was dealing with I worked at I was doing like corporate banking, and it was cool, but like it's draining. Like it was draining me, and it was making me physically like ill. So I had a lot of insomnia at the time, a lot of like depression, just because like, oh man, I got to go deal with this. It's like I knew I had more potential than what I was doing, so I just felt like, you know, when an animal's like caged, like that's kind of how I felt. Like I was caged and I couldn't like let loose, and so so when I got the opportunity to like grow, I cut all ties with, you know, all my jobs and everything, and I went in full time, and it's been 2 years.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
So,
2 years.
So, like, so you didn't have no background in basically the salsa. You just went in there, you dove in. You started making salsa. What are like some of the ingredients that you first used that you're like, okay, of course it has to be something spicy, right?
Right. So spice, I was for sure looking at peppers. What peppers can I get? What's the hottest pepper that I'm able to get, you know, and give to people without having to put like a warning on it, or, you know, so I was doing tons of things, a lot of research, a lot of reading to see, well, what even goes into salsa, because I don't even eat it, so I don't even know what's in it. You know, so I was like, you know, just reading articles. This is how you can cook it, you know, different things. This is what you can't put in it. And I was like, well, then that's what I'm going to use, because you can't use that. Right. So like, that's different. And so I just wrote down notes, and I have like a notepad, and like I had notes on my phone of just tons of different things. And then slowly it just
made itself.
Yeah. It just kind of formed into its own thing. And then as I grew, it grew. And then as it grew, like I grew from the experiences. And so now we're able to like kind of accommodate and split, and, you know, and we're trying to grow more and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy.
Did you ever make something, you know, like that you're like, damn, this shit is trash, like I didn't like this? You had to go back and
yeah. So there was one batch that like stands out where I was trying different, like it wasn't even these. I actually had another book before of different recipes of salsa, and I lost it somewhere. So if someone finds it, like,
give it back.
Yeah, like I need that. They were good. Like they were good. So this was kind of like, all right, well, I need to go back in and try to like replicate. And so there was one where I think I put too much. Like I think one time I was trying like just cumin out just to see like how it was. I tried nutmeg one time just to see like what that flavor would be in. And I remember I put like I think half a container because the top spilled out. And I was like, it'll be good, you know.
That's
and
right.
it was trash. It was nasty. So I was like, I trying to even it out. And if you mess up, you gotta like. You just gotta chuck the whole thing away,
Yeah.
and it's like it's expensive,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So like I was spending tons of money just trying to find like a sauce for me to eat, you know. So little did I know I was just like investing time in building something that I wasn't even, you know.
That's dope, bro. That you did that. How long have you been doing it now for?
So I guess professionally, like 2 years. But I started making a salsa like 5 years ago. That's when I started, like 5 or 6 years ago. That's when I started playing with recipes, like fire roasting versus like boiling, canning versus like fresh, you know, tons of stuff. So
Were you ever like kind of scared to, you know, get critiqued in a bad way by people that you didn't know?
no, I don't care. Like you can, the sauce, I mean, it's a good sauce, right? So, but I understand that sometimes stuff isn't for everyone. Right. So I have to be open to feedback. I have to be open to people, and I've done tons of stuff like leading up to that point where like someone saying, "Hey, your sauce is trash," is not gonna hurt my feelings. I'll be all right, you know. Well, at least tell me why. You know. So one thing I liked about the route I went is I did a lot of face-to-face interactions with my customers. So all my customers pretty much know me. Because I've met them face to face. You know, I brought them in. I said, come try the salsa, whether it be at an event, a market, MMA fight, jiu-jitsu fight, whatever it may be. They know me, and a lot of them have felt comfortable being like, hey, this is good, or can you do something spicier, or can you create something without cilantro? Can you do this? So I get a lot of feedback from like the community, just because they do want to see us succeed. You know, they see us working hard and like sleepless nights, or they'll come visit us at a market and just to chop it up, say what's up. You know, so they're invested too. So they wanna support, and so whether it's good or bad, like I welcome it. Like I need to know, right? This is my brand. It's like this is how I feed my daughter. This is how I feed like myself. This is how I pay rent, you know, this is how, like, all that. So,
and that's dope. Like, and the reason I asked that as well, because I don't know, out here in Utah, there's a lot more white folks than anything, bro. So it's like, an interesting fact about me. I'm Mexican. My wife's white, and she likes hotter salsa than I do. And so, how do you? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Where's the?
Excuse me?
That one? No, not that one, but okay.
Anyway, So,
I need to learn them.
like, do you market? When you make your salsa, are you doing it like to market a certain people, a certain audience? You know, do you think about that, or you just make it just to make it and como salga salga?
Hey, yep. The one of the things me and like my team have said is like, if you build it, they'll come. You know, so when we first started, the hot was like my original. I want to spice. One of our like slogans is like the fire you deserve in a salsa, because you go to some of the local stores, you know, like Smith's, Harmon's, whatever. They're all similar. You know, they're not bad, right? Like people love them. They're just similar. You know, they're chunky, or you see the seasoning on the bottom, or like not a good consistency, or you can't cook with it. Like I like cooking, so I can cook with mine. You know, tamales, I've done everything. You know, fried chicken, like it was just that.
Fajitas,
chilaquiles, like you can do, with every, you can do anything. And so like I do. One of the feedback that I did get was like, hey, this is a little bit spicy. We're not used to it. And I have to remember, we are in Utah. Sometimes people don't grow up with like the same flavors or spices that we do. Right. But I feel like people will appreciate the art if, you know, they do try it. And majority of the people that do try it end up loving it, or even if it's spicy, it has flavor, so they're willing to eat it because they get the flavor, not just spice. Or, you know, it's a good. I put a lot of time into it.
Salsa makes everything better, man.
It does. I put it on pizza. I mean, we did it on like roasted potato. I mean, I put it on everything.
I have an aunt. No names. I have an aunt that goes everywhere with salsa in her purse, bro.
That's me.
Yeah, you do
that
too?
And I sit next to her when we go out to eat, because I want some of that salsa.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I ate.
Oh, wow.
I exactly ate this on the way up here.
Okay.
Yeah, like if I go deliver, or if I'm up doing like wholesale, like I have to drive to St. George tomorrow night to do a market, and I have a store out there that we're going to restock, and like that's my snack for.
Bro, but you're messing up, bro, because you're getting high off your own supply. That's the number one rule.
It's, I don't get it that often anymore. That like people think like, you know, you make it all the time, but like I can't be eating into profits. You know, especially like if I'm doing markets or events back to back, I can't, like, I need it.
Yeah.
So you know, talking about that, you know what I'm saying, like you know, that you had to kind of discipline yourself not to eat your own salsa, because it's kind of messing up whatever you're making, right? Your whole batch. Do you actually make salsa and then do a little batch for yourself? Like, okay,
not
for
anymore.
real.
It's just me and her. Like we have like stores, right? We used to do 8 markets, 9 markets during the week, every week for the summer. Like we have a lot to do, so I can't afford to waste time being like, well, I want some sauce too. You know, I have to taste test it, you know, to make sure it's good. So like that's as far as about go. So if every once in a while, if one like expires, or I feel like cooking or something, then I'll, like, I have one, I opened up one today, mango habanero, and it's like marinating on some chicken right now. So that way I can like either grill, or I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. If I'm gonna do something with it, but yeah,
Hell yeah. Do you have different levels of spice?
Yeah. That was one thing that like we spice, but flavor. So like our original, we have 7 flavors.
Okay.
They're anywhere from like an original where it's not spicy, it's more of just like really flavored up salsa, right? Smoky, because we hand fire roast everything. It's kind of sweet because all the ingredients are natural. Helps for like inflammation in the body. It's a good sauce. The other mild is a little spice. We have our medium, where obviously it's a medium hot. Our mango habanero, our fire tomatillo, and then our sweet heat pineapple, or like a mild medium, and those are our specialty. Yeah. They're all award winning. They're all yeah.
So who came up with the I guess, like, does your wife have any input when it comes to you creating any salsas?
Yeah, she was she was a taste tester.
Okay.
So I'd be like, all right, so I'd add like serranos, you know, jalapenos. So I'm like, is this too hot for like a medium? She's like, no, that's pretty good. And I was like, okay, well, that was my base, was like that medium, and then I kind of just, you know, went from there. And
does she cook?
I mean, she cooks now. Not at home. I mean, we mostly spend our time cooking the salsa. That's pretty much like 99% of the time, and that's every day. So
was it hard to get her on board in the beginning, or was she always down for
no,
you?
No, she was down, because we'd go to the markets, and I'd be like, let me go taste that salsa real quick just to see. And I was like, that was trash, you know. And I was like, that was not good. Let me my salsa would have killed that. And I used to tell my homies, like, man, I just want to do my sauce. But, like, it's easy to say it, right? It's hard to, like, actually change your whole life and do it because you're accustomed to be like, well, I need to get a job. I'm accustomed to, I need to take care of my family. I need a 9 to 5. I need easy money. I need money that's for sure coming in, Yeah. And so to just, like, gamble your whole life, your family's life, and be like, we're going to just see what happens.
Dive in.
And she was like, at the time, she was in a similar situation where she was like, I don't like where I'm at. It's bringing me down. So, like, it just wasn't the vibe, right? It just wasn't good. And so she was like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. And I was like, I want to be a stay-at-home dad. Like, that'd be nice. But, so we ended up having a talk. And I was like, all right, 3 months. Like, we have money saved for 3 months. Let's see what we can do in 3 months. And then I think after 3 weeks, I already outgrew my house. Damn. And we got a kitchen like that end of that month. And then I've been in that kitchen since. But we're already outgrowing that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did any point in time come where you're like, man, I have to get a 9 to 5?
I think about it sometimes because, like, it's easy to just be like, well, I'll go get, I'll still go get, like, easy money, right? Because, like, it's easy. You're going to go, you show up, you're going to get paid, right?
Yeah.
But this is more of a challenge. Like, this is harder. This is fun. I feel more like I'm giving more of myself to the world. I'm doing more by doing this than me going and working at, like, gas station or something. Like, it's not a problem. Like, some people love it, but, like, me mentally, my body won't let me. I can't do that.
But so this business that you have going on is worth it. It's really worth it for you in all aspects.
Yeah. So I've won like 5 awards just from April, June. Damn. We won Best of Utah in 2 categories this year. I took first in Utah with our green salsa. I took second in Utah with our mango habanero. I won an award for, like, entrepreneurship and creativity. And it was just not like, it's not a brag. Like, it was weird. It's like they just come. It's like if you just, do your course, like, good things happen.
Yeah.
And my intent behind it was, like, just providing good sauce to people, and, like, people, like, pick that up, and I appreciate that because that's all I've ever wanted to do was just feed people.
Hell yeah.
But putting everything on the line, man, like my brother's saying, it must have, like, a moment in time to, like, that you're probably thinking, man, is this worth it? Is this what it is? Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, little steps like that, little awards that you're getting, even being on the TV, I bet you were on channel 11, channel 13.
I've been on 13. We did Good Things Utah. I mean, I've done pretty much every major station this year.
Right.
Yeah.
And how does that make you feel? Like, being able to do that? That's pretty dope.
So it's cool. I mean, cause, like, it is easy. Cause so for Fox, for example, I worked in that area, so I would have seen Fox. But if you go into, like, a station, there's, like, security, you can't go in, right? You need to know, like, a producer, you need to be on the list, like, all this stuff, right? You need clearance. And I remember just being like, I want to be in there one day doing something. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to work there, but I want to be in that building and something's going to be important. And then we ended up talking, and I went into that building, and, like, I filmed my Fox segment, and then I didn't even think about it. Then I left, and then I remembered, like, staring at the building that I used to work in, and then I remember that thought, and I was like, man, that was crazy, because like 5 years ago, I was pulling in, and was like, man, I have no business in there, but one day I'm gonna be in there. You're right. And then boom, went, filmed, killed it. I felt really good about it. They loved the sauce. Like, it was just like, there's some experiences where you're like, all right, like this is worth it. Like, I'd rather keep trying and, fail than
give up.
Yeah, than give up or put my time into other stuff. And I did that. Like, I did that, but that was 3 months. Like, even for, like 6 months where she already quit and she was already 6 months off the job. I was still scared to, like, let go of some of my other jobs, Like, I liked it. It was fun. Like, I was making good money, and I just was, like, eventually it was, like, me having to sit down and talk with myself saying, like, listen, let go. You're already not even putting your focus into these jobs. Like, you're already missing. You're already, like, losing money. Like, go ahead and just quit and, like, focus on what's coming. Right. And then as soon as we did that, everything just took off. Took off. Yeah.
That's dope.
That's
like,
tight.
big time.
Hell yeah. Where did the name come from?
I just thought of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like the second name. It was like called All Sauced Up or something like that for the first time. And then I don't know what happened. Something happened where I was like, I don't like that name. I need to change it. And so as I was gonna go purchase like the name for the LLC, Salsa popped in my head, and I was like, that's dope. And so like, and I don't even remember like buying it. Like I think I was like half asleep. I just got an email like one night or in the morning, and it was like, your name has been accepted. You know, this, and I was like, my name. So I opened it, and it was like, you purchased this, this, and then I was like, oh, okay. And so it was during that time where I was like having that insomnia, where I was even like, I even realized like I was up and like working, yeah. And I was on my phone, and I did everything on my phone. Damn. For the first little bit. Like I just got like a computer to make things easier, but
damn,
yeah.
barely.
Yeah, like
Damn.
last couple months ago, a few months ago, it was hard.
You have kids, right?
I have a daughter.
A daughter? How old is she?
She's 6.
How is it for her? Like you seeing her, like her watching you on TV and stuff. Is that dope? Is that a good
That's
feeling?
cool. So one thing I like, cause like people pass away and stuff like that. Like my dad died like when I was 6, right? So like I have like a couple pictures, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't see most. I don't know what he like sounds like, or I don't remember how he moved. Like I don't any of that. So one thing that I like is that she can just pull up YouTube and she sees like one of my fights, right? Or she sees like me on the news talk about her, like, cause she helps. She's like, the one you're eating, she stickered that. Like she put the stickers on.
That's
it.
tight.
That's cool.
Like she helps. She sells at the market. She's sold out before. Like she makes her own. Like she grinds. Like she's
She's an entrepreneur.
She's grown up with seeing us being like sleepless nights or up for 6 days straight, or like. Sleeping in the car at the kitchen trying to like accommodate orders, or you know, she's been there for all that.
Right.
So she knows like we work hard. She knows like you work hard, you get results. You know, you stay consistent, you get results, even if you don't see them. Like it comes around.
Yeah, definitely. And that's good because you have to lead by example. I think with kids, bro. Like I think that's a big factor.
Yeah,
because they mimic what they see, man.
Yeah, and that was another thing. Is like I'm like, well, how come I don't have like a rich uncle? Or a rich aunt. Like my friends growing, you know, graduating, we're like, well, we're gonna go to Paris for like the week, and I'm like, I think I'm trying to go to Applebee's. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to just get like a 2 for $20 day.
Like, yo, Joe Biden, take me out.
Yeah. And so that was one thing. I was like, you know what? Like by doing this gives her financial freedom. This will give me financial freedom. I can be that uncle that I wanted. You know, like anytime I go see my nieces and stuff now, they're like, they love it. They're like, oh, that's my uncle. We just saw him on, you know, this. He was just on this. Like, you know, he just won this. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. You know, it's cool to be like, you know, that example. Because I didn't have like the best examples growing up. So,
What, in what sense you didn't have the best examples?
like, a lot of the stuff was just like self-taught, like, you know, growing up with friends and how they would act. And like, I didn't know if that was right or not because my mom was always at work. And then so like, I was always taking care of my sister. So like, one thing I did learn was responsibility. And I think that's one of the reasons why like, I'm so like go, and why I have like anxiety just sitting, because like as soon as I leave here, I'm going straight to the kitchen and I'm busting out like a 12-hour shift. Damn. And then I'm going up, like I have a meeting in the morning, and then I'm gonna do more stuff, and then I'm gonna drive up south. Like, so I'm always like,
when do you sleep?
That's a good question, man. I take like an hour nap today. I took like an hour nap.
That's it?
Yeah, like an hour and a half maybe.
Damn,
roughly,
bro.
yeah, because I had to get my car looked at, so I had some time. It slowed me down, but yeah, I had some time. And so like there's really days where we don't sleep, and like everyone just thinks like it's easy. Like we talk to people and who are like, you're busting out all these awards, it must be easy. And I'm like, you don't see us like crying because we have to go into the kitchen and we're like, we haven't slept, you know. And I'm like seeing shit, and I'm like, you know what I mean, I'm like, I'm nodding. Damn. And I'm like at meetings, and I'm like nodding at people. And it's like, I'm like, my bad. Like, I'm just trying to, like, accommodate everything. And it's just us. Like, we don't have help. We don't have, you know, like, it is what it is. But, like, I'm not going to let the dream die because, you know, I'm going to.
Some sleep?
Yeah, because I'm sleep. Yeah. I'll sleep when it's
time to sleep.
Time to sleep.
Right
now it's time to grind. Right now it's time to be consistent. Right now it's time to capitalize on what we've done. You know, it's not time to, like, sleep. It's not time to be, why? Yeah. You know, my thing is people are like, well, you drive south to like, you know, give salsa to the store or like to do this work. And I'm like, well, yeah, what am I going to do on my couch? I'm sitting here on the couch playing Xbox, now what? Right? Like I'm not getting paid. Yeah. I'm not getting money. I'm not out pushing myself. I'm not out pushing the brand. I'm not out growing. Like I'm not out doing anything. No one sees me like if I'm at home, right? Yeah. No one sees me out working, so like no one sees this, no one tastes it, no one knows like they need this in their fridge or they need this in their store or restaurant or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know, unless I'm out there like
Pushing it.
because that's all the opportunities we've had is me being like, hey, come try this, and they're like, hey, here's my card, hit me up, let's do this, you know, and that's a lot of the stuff, all the stores, hotels, and stuff. I mean, is yeah.
Do you plan on expanding and hiring people?
Yep. 2023, I think is going to be a big year. I said that about this year, and I already feel like, I mean, all this happened, right?
Right.
So I think next year is going to be huge. I want to get a few more people so that way we can like grow. I have people who want us to be in different like states. People want us to like franchise, but again, it's still just like two of us. So like, how are we going to accommodate
Yeah.
All
that with just us?
You got to go to Shark Tank, bro.
I know. People have told me they've come out here.
I saw him at a bar named Sue's.
Who?
The dude from Shark Tank.
Mr.
bro. I swear to
Wonderful?
God.
Wonderful.
I swear to God, I had a drink with that dude.
So he was-
Might have not been him.
it was
I
just
don't
a
know. It
bald
looked
guy.
like him.
They've been out here. They filmed out here a few times.
Right?
Like, yeah, they've actually been out here a few times, and people have been like, "You need to go on." But I don't know if it's me being like the imposter syndrome, where I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm not ready," or like, but then everyone's like, "Well, look what you've done in a short amount of time," and no one, you know, people have been around. The people in my field have been around for like 10, 9 years, a decade already, and they still are like catching or they're mimicking or like so it feels good to know that like I just came in with just like an open heart and open mind. Now it's like I'm gonna try out some
it's
shit
working
and
out.
it's working out.
Definitely,
yeah.
bro.
Because like I still have friends who are like, man, it's too expensive, people aren't going to buy it, or like when you quit your job, like we were worried about you, we didn't think like you were going to survive, and not one of those people ever like bought salsa, right? Or they didn't even like purchase chips, or not like shared anything, or like liked it. I'm like, if you were so worried, then why didn't you help the homie out?
Yeah.
Like if I felt worried about you, then I'd check on you, right?
Yeah.
And so I received that, so that was also like a drive to like push harder. People are like, well, if they buy it, then it was people were buying it, and then it was, well, people aren't going to return, they'll buy it the one time, but like, and we have people who come from other states. I had a person come from like Alabama or Pittsburgh or something, because she was like, I saw that you were going to be at this market and I was here last year, and this is usually when I like visit my family, so I planned it for this time so I can come get salsa from you.
Wow.
And like, yeah, I've had like crazy stories where people were like, I went to this market and you weren't there, or I came here, I've been to 10 different places, or I spent the whole day looking for like a location. And I'm like, that's crazy that people spend like a whole bunch of their time looking for something that like I created in my kitchen just because I wanted a good treat,
tight.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's tight.
So you're from SoCal, you said, right?
Yeah.
Do you have family out there still?
Yeah. I have some family out there still. Like I have a sister in Chula Vista right now. Her, my nephew, my niece, they're still out there.
And what about out here?
Out here, I have like my grandma. Like it's honestly like a small family. There's just like a few of us. Like maybe like five. Like my whole family's really small on both sides. Like I can count on like, and I'm not really close to like my cousins or anything. We don't really.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like we were friends on Facebook and stuff even, and like and
You like their picture once in a while? and shit?
No. So like
Not even?
No. Well, let me tell you. So like we're homies on there, right? Like because we're family,
Right.
And the next thing I know, it was like add friend, and I was like, what? So I look and they all deleted me.
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, what?
Was this before the salsa or
No.
after?
Everybody's switched up after the salsa. Like I don't have the same homies. I've had to cut people out. Like I have a really small circle now.
But why'd you have to cut people out? Just because they were either toxic or
Yeah, toxic.
Or they
no one's
wanted a
gonna-
hookup.
No one's going to support you, or they want to hook up, and they were like, "Well, I'm not going to pay, but I'll give you a ride, or I'll help you, out of your next market, or And I'm like, well, I can't pay bills like that. I can't get my daughter clothes like that. I can't, pay for her to go to school or her lunch when she's hungry. You know what I mean? Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll give you. I had a guy who was like, I'll give you a pack of beer, and I was like,
What am I gonna?
what?
Yeah.
What?
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Right?
Offer you a pack of beer.
No, but I got you guys. So like
I know,
sometimes
I
I don't
see
mind.
that.
It's just like how you ask, like how you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if I have people at the market where I give them the total, and they're like, "Well, how about I give you this much, and you take that." And
Damn.
I'm
For
like,
real?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They do it in
nerve.
front of people, and people are like, "Wow, you deal with some." I've had some crazy stuff. I deal with so
Damn.
much stuff. So like.
is that where the jujitsu comes in?
No, so I started jujitsu before. So
fucking
like I
people
used to
up.
be 600 pounds,
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
in high school, and then I wanted to go play football at the U because like for being big, I was athletic. Like, I was tearing people down on the football field.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then I snapped my knee, like I broke my ankle in half, like all these things, right? And so I stopped, started bodybuilding. I did bodybuilding for a while, became one of the top like. I never competed, but like in the gym scene, I was like definitely top dog.
You were known.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then even with like the higher ups who ran all the ran everything, we were really good. I was hanging out with pros. Like it was a good thing. And then I snapped my foot in half and I stopped. And then I was getting thick. Like I was getting back to like I was like about 400 again. And I was like, man, I can't go back to like 6. Like it's already. I already lived past like what people thought I was gonna live. People are like, well, when you're 19, you're gonna die because how big you were, and like I was 20, right?
Damn.
Like it was tons of stuff, and then I passed by a jiu-jitsu gym, and I was like, well, I can compete in that. I used to be like wrestling manager, but I was too big to ever participate. So
I know this is probably
The wrestling
but
manager.
why were you so big, bro? Like why'd you let yourself get that big?
I don't know, dude. Like, it was weird. Like, I think it was just like my eating habits. Like, I didn't really eat like meals. Like my meal would be like, the Lay's family bag. I was really heavy into eating like one of those with like a whole thing of hot sauce. So I just, so now I can't even handle like a little bowl. Like I can't. Like half that stuff, like I used to eat, I can't.
You can't do it anymore.
I can't do it now, especially if I'm training. Like if I'm training or like competing and stuff, like my body changes so much that like all I want is protein and like yogurt and like my body like And that happened during I think I conditioned it when I was bodybuilding because that's what I was feeding it: chicken, broccoli, rice, brown rice. Like that's all. So now anytime my body starts like working overtime, that's what it craves. So that's all I really eat.
That's dope. I mean, not dope, but that's crazy because fucking like sometimes you don't think that you're going that direction, and then all of a sudden you start gaining pounds, and then more pounds, and then all of a sudden you're that, bro. Like that's amazing, bro. I would never have thought that you were that big, bro.
Yeah.
So
I came out big. Like I was a big kid. Even like when I was like 4, I was like 200 and like something pounds. Like I was a big 4-year-old. Like I was wearing like men's clothes. Like I've always been big. And then one day I was just like, well, let's just. I literally woke up one day and I was like, And I think it's because like it was summertime and I was like, I think I'm gonna lose weight today, and that was it. I just woke up.
From that day,
that's it.
from that day forward, you switched it up.
Switched it up.
Light switch.
Went to the gym and I remember like losing weight. I saw a vein and I was like, what the hell is that? Like I was freaking out. I had to go like call a homie and I was like, hey man, watch me do this real quick because I don't know. Like I've never seen my veins before in my arms. Like it was, and I was like 18, 19 or something like that. Yeah.
And this was out here in Utah already. You were out
here.
I
was already out here. But I mean, I was bigger before, right?
Yeah.
But I moved out here. I was still bigger. And I think it was just like trauma and like just bad eating habits and like my mom working all the time, so like.
And you said that it stopped you from doing something, right? Like weighing that much, it stopped you from
a lot of stuff. So like it stopped me from like participating in sports when I was a kid because they would have to put me with like the high school kids when I'm like 7 or 8. They're like, we got to go with the 16-year-olds because like that's how much you weigh. You can't go with another 8-year-old. Like you can't go with a 7-year-old. They weigh like 30, 40 pounds, whatever they weigh. 60. You're gonna kill them. You're gonna crush them.
How tall were you?
Like 4'10" maybe. You're not like like a kid. Like
okay.
Like, and
You're
like,
my size.
yeah, I was like,
Damn it! You beat me to it.
I'm not gonna let you. Fucking
ready, came ready. Yeah. So like
Some shady over here, huh?
And then like high school, as soon as I got into high school, they changed the weight limit. Before it was open weight for like wrestling, and then as soon as I got on, they changed it. Not because of me, but like they changed it, and so like I couldn't do that. So like, I just focused. Like I just studied what they did, and that helped when I like transitioned myself into like jiu-jitsu. Like I just did what I remembered seeing, and like that's what got me through the first few months until like I picked up my own game, and like now I've been competing. I just had a fight last month.
Oh really?
Yeah, one.
Jiu-jitsu or MMA?
Jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I want to do MMA, but like if I get hurt, then I can't slang this. Yeah. So I do a lot of jiu-jitsu, and but I won. I think like 3 minutes in, so that was cool. It was a grudge match. Like it was.
Is it more of just like you gotta tap out, or
you can tap out? Like some people don't. But yeah, you tap
Wait, it's
out.
more tapping. That's not
Tapping
like
out.
really.
No,
Yeah,
no,
how do
no.
you
MMA.
lose? How do you lose?
So it was submission only, which means like you go to the other person surrenders.
Right.
And so there is like a submission, like you choke them out, or you can try to break a shoulder, an arm, a leg, an ankle. And so the first few minutes, he like worked on my ankle, but then I took his back, and then I just choked him out a little bit.
Fell asleep.
He tapped before
Oh.
he wasn't gonna go to sleep. No, but he was a good dude. Like we've competed before. But
Have you lost?
Have I lost?
Have you submit? Yeah.
Have I been submitted?
Yeah.
Once. My first, like one of my first tournaments. I think I was the dude was like, I think at the time I was like 220, 230. And like I'm kind of big, right? But he was like 6'6", 6'5", 350 maybe. Like he was a big boy. And I think it was like the last man. He's the only one who's ever. So I say if I ever saw him again, like we'll run it back.
Yeah. Okay.
And then but yeah, that was only. I've been close, but no.
That's crazy, bro.
How often do you
Compete.
Yeah.
For a while, I was competing pretty frequently. But then COVID happened. I got into a fight and I broke my hand. So I had screws. I had screws right here in my hand for a while, and so that then therapy to like get my muscle like
They took those screws out?
Yeah, they took the screw. It was they had to like hammer them in, and then they come in and like they just ripped it out my bone. I felt it. It was weird. And so that took a minute to like heal. Like and then I couldn't grapple or I couldn't grab. Even now I still have problems. Like it's cold. And even like doing this right now and like I feel it.
Damn.
Yeah, but so it's gonna probably be like a forever thing. But it's been a lot less since then. But before then, like I had a few super fights. I went through a few tournaments. Like I was traveling. But then it was like 3 years and I wasn't active. I was honestly not even training. I was like just making salsa and working, and then I went in. I think I was like a weekend, just like kind of getting back into the habit, and then I got called out for this fight, and I was like, okay.
You got called out? Who called you out?
This dude. It's like we fought twice before. One time was in a tournament when I first started, and he laid on me, and I didn't know what to do. That was it. Second one, I beat him. And then, so this was for like the tiebreaker.
Right.
And I was like, somebody's getting a submission because the other two didn't end in submission. So, yeah, man, it was cool. I put it up on the YouTube channel. It's up there.
It's
we can see your fights.
Yeah, I have a few up there.
Where do you go to see those?
I have one on YouTube. I just started like a YouTube salsa page because I want to start doing like videos about like recipes and like this is what you can do, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to just eat it with chips, and I'm like, well, okay, well,
you could eat it with this,
I got so much stuff.
combinations.
Yeah, I use it for everything. So like I want to be able to share that with people, like, well, at least what I do, and then people like tell me, well, I tried what you said, but I put my own spin on it, and I love that. That's what I encourage people to do. Encourage people to like explore. Explore.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's
So the videos are on the Sauced Up Salsa.
Yeah, Sauce Up Salsa YouTube. You can just look up Sauce Up Salsa official. I'm sure you can pull. And then like all of our other videos, or like on my personal page. I need to find them because like I haven't. That's a whole different life. Like I haven't been, and I haven't been on that page anymore. Like it was just a whole different George.
I'm curious to, you said earlier that people would come up to you and be like, yeah, well, I'm gonna pay you this much, this amount, Were these ladies or were these men telling you this shit?
Both.
For real?
Both, guys, girls. It don't matter. People with families. Like people are like, well, if I want salsa, I'll just go to like this store. I'm like, okay, go get it. Come see me. If you do it, I'll give you salsa. And like, not one person can.
That's crazy.
No, yeah, but we get crazy stuff. Like we get good stuff too. Like don't get me wrong. Like I get people who are like, tell me positive things about the salsa. But there's every once in a while where like someone will come slap a $5 down and be like, give me a salsa for just this, And I'm pretty cool about being like, I've been in some hard times. So if you're saying like, yo, I got $5, that's all I got. Could you hook me up? Okay. No problem. Like I get it. I've been hungry. Like I get hungry doing this. Like I don't always get people ordering. I don't always get business, right? It's all a gamble. Every day is a gamble.
Yeah. Now, listeners, just because he said that doesn't mean that you guys could just go up to his stand and ask him for that stuff.
Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't do it all the time.
Yeah, he'll choke you out.
That's dope, bro. That and like I said before, you guys are all over the place right now, bro.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Thanks.
How many podcasts have you been on?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least like I think just this year, at least maybe 5, maybe more.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I want to say more. I've had some like impromptu ones where people showed up at the market with a microphone and were like, "We're hoping to get a podcast with you."
Oh wow.
I was like, "Oh, okay." And so they pulled me to the side. So like I've had a lot of the this year, a lot of podcasts, a lot of like TV interviews, a lot of radio, a lot of everything, a lot of just exposure.
What was the dopest thing that you've experienced this past year? Like the one that stands out the most? You coming here today? No, I'm joking.
Right, right here, man.
Welcome
Being
to
here
the
with
best
you
moment
guys.
of your life.
Yeah, best moment. Right, sharing this delicious beer.
Oh, thank you.
Look at the camera and say that again, please.
This is what
Delicious beer. But all of it, man, it's all a blessing. Like I have friends, like people who do like support, or I'm not even close to. They're bigger supporters. Like they support a lot, you know. And one thing I talked to a homie about at the gym, he was just like, man, I'm a very like emotional, like he's depressed, like not depressed, but like he's going through stuff on himself,
Like
right?
sentimental?
Yeah, no, he's just like he's going through stuff in his life where he's like, damn, it's hard right now, like it's just, you know, it's a tough time, you know, it's winter, like people,
Yeah,
and,
for some reason you start getting more down and gloomy.
and, yeah, and it's like a statistic, like, you know, it happens to me too, but then I got to remember, like, look how far I've come, like I can't sleep, you know. And one thing he was like is I love watching you because regardless of like if you lose, whatever happens, you know, you get kicked out of a store, like whatever happens, you know, you're positive. He goes, you keep going, you're doing good things, and like you're helping the community. And he was like, and that's good to see, like positivity. He's like, because that's what I'm looking for. He's like, you created it with like your sauce. He's like, I consider your sauce like your own avenue of happiness that you've created towards yourself. So like for people to be happy, he goes, all they need to do is eat your salsa. And I thought that was cool because I'm like, what? Yeah, you know, like, because like, to me, it's just my sauce, right? Like, I've been with it for a long time now. But to, like, other people, like, it helps them, it makes them happy. Like, it gives them those endorphins where they're like, damn, hell yeah. Like, I woke up, I woke up today for, like, I've had people who came and saw me at Marcus and were like, I didn't want to get out of bed today. Like, I was thinking, you know, crazy thoughts before. And, like, my wife made me come and I tried your sauce. And to be honest with you, like, this was the reason I had to get up today. It was for me to try this. Like I've had, you know what I mean? So
That's
and so
fucking
like
beautiful, man.
right? And so I'm like, wow, that's crazy that like just something like, and they can taste
sound
the
effects
love.
on that one, man. That was fucking beautiful.
That's dope, bro. That is dope, bro.
Thanks, man. Like so, like that stuff means more to me. That like it's helping people. It's helped me. Like I'm better. I'm happier. People see that I'm a different person than I was when I was doing like corporate work. When I was like, you know, doing all that other stuff, and I was working 80 hours for like other people. Like people come that know me that still are in the, you know.
Were you an asshole or something?
No, it was just I was just not as like
outgoing, friendly.
No, I'm still outgoing for it. It's just different. Like, not as like happy, right? You're just like, damn, it was so sucky. You know, I was at work.
Just another day.
Yeah, it was just another day. You're going
were
through
like
the vibe. You're just going. You're just going through the process. You're not. Nothing's ever switching up. You're just like, you know, it's just okay. Well, I went to work. I'm going to the gym. Like it wasn't. How are you? Good. Like, you know, it wasn't anything like
out of the ordinary.
Out
like,
of the
oh
ordinary.
my gosh, this is a great day. I love it today.
And that's boring to me.
Yeah.
That's so boring. Like, I mean, it's cool because I like, you know, that it's steady. I know I'm getting paid, but like, it was so boring to me.
So like now you're happy. You feel free in a sense.
Yeah, happy, free. Like, I feel like if I die tomorrow, then now you can't say like I didn't try. You didn't say I have the best business in Utah, at least at one point, right?
Yeah.
You didn't say like I didn't chase my dreams, or like I didn't, you know, like even going into the fight and not training for 3 years, everyone was like, no one said anything.
Yeah.
But I knew, like I felt it. Like I'm a big vibe person, so. This whole business, like I've gone off vibes, and I've been 100% correct this whole time. Like you can ask Jessica, you can ask like the team.
On point with the vibes.
Yeah, I have. I'm like, we shouldn't do this, and then I'm like, and then I'll get talked in, or like something will happen, and I'm like, but I was just saying, like it's a good learning experience because I know what I can and cannot do, what I can accommodate. You know, I know that I can go through tough times and keep going. You need that adversity to like test yourself, right? Because if everything was smooth sailing, then like it wouldn't be worth it.
Worth it, yeah, definitely.
If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With your business, do you plan on creating anything else? Any other types of foods or?
I want to, but like people want so much for the sauce. Like there's other stores that like I want to be in. Like I'm actually like people want us in stores. So like if that happens, then I'll have to accommodate that. But I want to be in like Costco and like a few other like places. You know, like I have a different mindset than like some of the stores you see, or some of the salsas that you see like at Smith's. Like they have everyone's idea of like success is like you have to be in Harmon's, or you have to be in Smith's or Albertsons or Walmart, or you have to, and like you don't have to, like, you know. I kind of think of it like as an artist, right? Because like I made my beats, I made my track, I shopped it around, I sold it out of the trunk, you know. Some like major record labels, right, didn't want it, stores, you know, but like you keep it independent, you keep pushing, like stuff happened, you know. And then we won the awards, like we're in places that we're supposed to be. Where I'm supposed to be, I'll end up.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Where I'm supposed to be, I'll end up. Everything happens for a reason. And even though I might not think of it at that time, like this is an important part of my life, I have found out this year that a lot of stuff comes full circle. So a lot of people that are on the team now were people that I met at the beginning of the year that I was like, I'll never see them again. But now I have like one of the best relationships with them because like we talk all the time, or we meet, or you know what I mean? Like, so
how many mentors do you have, or have you gained? No one like has reached out like, hey bro, I think you should do this, that. Nope. Not even in the same industry, the salsa industry.
Nope. Nobody.
Wow.
Nobody's helped me. Nobody has reached out to be like, can I, you know, help you guys do this? I see you guys doing this. Everyone just assumes like you're number one, you're doing this, that you're big time, you're rich, you got a place. Like, I appreciate it. Like, and yeah, we're a bougie salsa is what people call us, but like,
for real.
Yeah, people say like it's bougie because it's more than others. But you taste it, then you're like, that's why, you know. And I tell people like, I can lessen the quality for you, no problem. You know, but don't expect that fire that you've been wanting, that you've been craving, that you're messaging me about for 2 weeks. You know, that's not what you're going to get. Like, I can boil some stuff and just blend it up and give it to you with some salt, you know, and like pepper or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not sauce up salsa. It's not like the 15 hours that like I spent days, you know, just reading about how to make a good sauce, or like what goes in, or me, you know, taste testing, or spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on product I just threw in the trash, you know, just to cook, and propane, and like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
all of it.
Yeah, all of it.
You know, it's crazy. Like when it comes to the consistency, right, of it tasting the same every single time. Like in the Mexican culture, right? Like if my mom makes salsa too, right? And if I ask her, Mom, I need the ingredients for this, she's like, nah, just put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of, and it's never like a measurement. They never do it off measurements.
No.
And it's funny to me because it still always stays the same.
Same.
Bomb.
That's how mine was until I went and I gave it to like a homie, and he was like, so you're getting bigger. And I was like, yeah. And like one thing, like, so I've had, I mean, I guess not my mentor, but I've had people around the way tell me some stuff that I picked up, right?
Yeah.
And so one thing he said was like, now that you're getting there, you need to get the consistency down. Because I was just using like jalapenos, right? But I noticed some would be like small, then some would be like just huge, or some would be in the middle, or like vice, you know. And so it was always like a different heat. And so eventually I was like, oh, okay. So then I went and I kind of started from scratch again, and I went and like, because it was just like,
bam,
yeah,
in there, yeah,
boom, little, you know, little salt, you know, little whatever, and so I went in and I was like, okay, well, how much is it? How much is that? Dang, you know. So then I wrote that down, and then I was kind of like, okay, and then I just kind of like picked and chose, and
damn,
that's cool.
Well, I was gonna ask, talking about that. So you used to make it just for yourself,
Yep.
and then you started making bigger quantities. Did you have to change anything along that process, or how was the process?
It changed a lot from like this sauce to like when I first started. It's more consistent. I think the flavor is better. It was just like the other sauce was just like different vibes. Like the flavor was a little bit different. Like they weren't bad. Like they're good. Like I still like if I had time, I'd still make them. But these were the ones that happened to like just take off, right? And all seven, not just like usually it's like one, but all seven just took off, yeah. And so like it was like unexpected because I wasn't expecting to like just be slinging and like but it's worth it.
Yeah,
I'd do it
dope,
again.
man.
Like it's
that's fuck, man. Like there's even your story, bro. It's an interesting story.
Right.
I know you came out here from SoCal and stuff, and then your pops passed away at 6. Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
What happened with your pops, man? Like how did he?
he was gunned down in SoCal. He was when I was younger, obviously, right? And then That was it. Like,
Was it like any kind of gangbanging stuff? Or
no,
something,
it wasn't.
or?
It wasn't a gang thing. It was so. I guess I don't really know, but from what I'm told, he kind of has the same like. He knows people like just being him. Like he acquired enemies, right? Like just being me. Some of the people don't like me just because like
It's you.
it's me. Like I shine. I don't care if you're like George's. George's is okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. And so he kind of had the same like kind of thing. So I think it was like right around there where like people were like, well, fuck this dude. Like he's just
bam.
yeah. And then I think he just ran into a dude and that was it. Like just
Brother.
yeah, that was it. And so like so then my mom spent most of the time working. So like I helped raise my sister. Like I've always been responsible. Like I was raised to like not get in trouble, not into you go out and do drugs, not to like like just go do stuff. So like
Is your mom out here in Utah as well?
yeah.
Do you guys have a strong relationship, you and your mom?
I want to say strong. I mean, like we have a relationship, but I mean, it's not like strong.
Okay. Is she proud of you? Like
Yeah.
doing what you're doing.
She's super proud. Like she thinks it's cool that I'm on TV and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is cool, bro.
I mean, it's cool.
Who?
I think it's cool.
A lot of motherfuckers can't say that.
No,
Ruben can't say that.
the real Ruby.
And we get that wah, wah, wah.
We don't have that one. We only have this one.
That's why I said we gotta get that one.
Yeah, you guys can add that. Yeah, she thinks it's cool. She's proud because she's like, that's my baby out there, and he's like he's fighting, and like people know he's out there a fighter, or he knows he's an entrepreneur, or he owns one of the best businesses in Utah, or like, and she thinks it's cool that I'm like just out here doing it.
I mean, yeah. So when the jiu-jitsu stuff came into your life, did that also help you out with this whole salsa little venture?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've done everything. Like I used to be a welder. Like
Welder?
I used to weld, plumbing. I've done woodwork. Like I was a pizza manager. Like I've done customer service, corporate banking. Like I've done tons of stuff. Like
Do you still do that now?
No.
At all? Like
No.
you straight up threw it in the trash and I'm like, I'm moving forward.
Well, yeah, like there's different Georges, right? One stage was I was welding. There was another stage where I stopped and like
Damn,
I'm kidding, guys. I ain't got no warrants
went to school like
anymore.
yeah, and so like that all that stuff stopped, and then like I had dreams of going back to SoCal and like all this stuff, but then I ended up meeting like my girl. We had our family, and I was like, oh cool, well I guess I can't like waste time, like I need to jump in and start working. And it was a temporary thing, but it ended up being long term, and then we ended up like getting depressed, like doing day-to-day stuff. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna be depressed and stressed anyway. I'm gonna be depressed and stressed doing my own shit. So
That's
Yeah.
dope, bro. I mean, I want to get my kids into jiu-jitsu. As a
You
matter of
should.
fact.
You should. I'll give you my gym, Sierra MMA. We do like a week free. It's honestly really dope. It does help because like you think like especially after like competing and stuff, and we have a lot of high level guys who go out and compete. I compete. Like there's a lot of high level dudes there. And it's easy to think like some people are like, oh man, aren't you scared to go talk in front of the camera? But I used to act, so I'm used to having like hundreds of faces like staring into my soul, or having a camera in my face and having to like not pay attention. Like that's all fine. I was like, what's scary is like having to go step on a mat with like another grown man who's wanting to like break your arm or like try to choke you out or like so like that's scarier to me than like sitting down and like.
So jiu-jitsu taught you discipline.
A lot more. It helped me keep it. It helped me not to be like as angry. It helped me get stuff out. It helped me keep more control, more patience. Like it helped me like grow as like a person.
Confidence as well.
I've always had good confidence, but yeah, more confident because like now I know. Like my whole family's confident because they know like.
Would you like another beer, by the way? You're good.
I'm cool right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. No.
He's got salsa to make in the morning fun.
I know. I'm trying to get you.
I'm like in the
not trying to
morning.
get you
I'm like,
drunk.
I'm like
He
after.
said he's gonna do a 12-hour shift after he leaves here.
Yeah, man. We got another order last night, so we try to like accommodate before the weekend because that's when like everything happens.
Yeah. What belt color are you?
I'm a blue belt right
Okay.
now, but I mean I've competed against black, purple, brown, honestly doesn't matter to me.
Give me that info, bro, because I really want to take my
Yeah,
kids.
you should. The kids class is amazing. I go in there sometimes. Like some of the adults go in there and watch the kids class. Not to like it sounds creepy, but not just to like watch because they do stuff that like you wouldn't even like think.
Right.
Like there's a couple kids that do some stuff, and I'm like,
Damn.
why did I not incorporate that into my game? Why did I not do that? You know, and so like they're really knowledgeable and they're out like learning and doing stuff too. So like, I don't think of it as a kid. I just think of it as another like jujitsu practitioner bringing in like what they know or you know what they've learned and you know, and it's fun. Like you know, we do boxing, we do Muay Thai. My the kickboxing coach or like the stand up coach is he's the champion at Fierce Fighting right now. We sponsor him because we sponsor fighters too. And he's the best. He's the champ, so he's the number 1 ranked bantamweight in Utah right now.
Where's this gym located at?
Sandy.
Okay.
Not too far.
And you said it's a week free?
Yeah, you get a week free. You can come and try as much as you want. You can too, like if you want.
Well, I'm gonna have to, man, because I don't want them to kick my ass.
What's
and shit after they
the
learn.
kid's age?
I'm scared if Fonzie
You
learns
just-
jiu-jitsu because then he could beat me up.
It's nice.
I'm gonna. Anyways, go ahead.
What's the kid's range?
Kids range from anywhere from like 5 up. So you can go from like if you're 5, you can go.
You can do it, bro.
So you can go with the
You
kids
should take your
class.
kids too, Guillermo. So they could choke
What?
people out and break people's arms. And stuff.
That's fun, man. Like
That's not what they teach him.
That is.
But they teach them discipline, not just to
Discipline.
go over
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, I'm
Don't-
just
don't-
saying, you know.
It's like one of
Take
the
your
one of
kids.
the one of the kids that stand out to me is because like this is when I was like talking to him more like when I was there, right? I was more accessible to them. There was a kid and he always had bullies and he was a cool kid, like, but kids would always come pick on him at school. And I remember him saying like one day some kid came and like stole my cell phone and I was like, can I have it back? And he wouldn't, so he wrist locked him. And after that the kid was like,
Left them alone.
I bet.
yeah, and there's like, and I teach
Never
my
mind, Fonzie, you need to learn that shit, dog. 'Cause you
Man,
get bullied
it's good
too
to
much.
know. It's good to know. You just feel better. You feel confident. Like you lose weight. You get more healthy. You feel better about yourself. You know what I mean? Like you just feel more comfortable in surrounding. Like I'm ready for like whatever. Regard like whatever it may be. Stand up, down. Like I don't want to like use it. I hate fighting, right? But it's good to like have it and not need it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's better to be a warrior in the garden
Right.
than a rose in the
Right,
garden.
yeah,
or
yeah,
flower
or
in the
a garden in a war, or a
something.
gardener in a war, something
Yeah,
like
something.
that. Yeah,
I don't even know.
which is true. Like you know,
Well, it's funny. My kid's been watching Cobra Kai and stuff.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, right. And I tell them, hey, man, I want you guys to, you know, I'm gonna put you guys in classes. I'm like, nah, because they think they're gonna fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, it's not about fighting. It's about learning how to defend yourself if need be. So yeah, bro, like I totally get that, and I want to definitely get them in there.
You should. I think it helps kids, like they boost that like their confidence a lot, especially now because like even my daughter's 6 and she comes and tells me about some of these girls and
Oh, for
boys,
real?
and I'm like, my daughter's crazy. Like she's super sensitive, but like last year she double legged this kid and threw him at a fence.
Hey.
And I watched. I was like, no, and like I was like trying to run. I saw her like they were pushing each other, and he pushed her down, and he tried to push her again, and she ducked under and I saw him fly, and I was like, no, and I tried to stop it, and like his shoes went flying.
Wow.
It was, yeah, but so and like she's gotten kids in arm bars before. She's like, stop, and that's what I want because like I mean, I'm not a girl, right? So people are like, I've been jumped. I've been like, you know, and I'm a big dude. So that happens to me. I can imagine if like, you know, girls walking down the street, like minding their own business, you know, and people have picked on me. So like if I'm 90, 100 pounds, whatever, you know, and I'm cute, whatever it may be, then I know somebody is going to, you know, because it's just like, why not? There's numbers, especially now. Like we've been, that's one thing that Jessica and I have been really, like aware of this year is like people like mostly females is what's been popping up have been getting taken and like trafficked and like kidnapped and like in broad daylight or at night or like, you know, and you see more videos and I think it's just crazy, you know.
Hell
like,
yeah,
so
bro.
I encourage people to learn to like
Some
defend
type of
themselves,
self-defense.
something, whether it be like one choke or just something you feel comfortable doing. Because like you get to that point where like, because I've been like, even after I've trained, I've been in situations in the street where I need to like defend myself, and like you're not scared, you don't feel like, oh my gosh, like something's gonna happen. You're just like, all right, you go right into that mental where you're like, you're focused, you're aware of your surroundings, you know what's gonna happen, and like everything slows down, and then you just move. You just do what, like, sometimes you don't even think about it. Like, I've done stuff from, like, oh,
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, because like your body is just aware like danger, and then you know fight or flight, and you know how to fight.
Yeah.
You know, so and I'm too big to be running anywhere. Like I can't go anywhere. You know what I mean? So like I'm gonna
You're gonna fight. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
stand
fight,
and
yeah. Because I'm like, why
Yeah.
run? You know, turn my back. Like I don't know. People are like,
They're crazy
people
nowadays.
are crazy.
bro.
You know,
Yeah.
and so yeah, especially so I say like kids, women, you know, guys. It just helps everyone. Women, you know, specifically for like self defense. Guys, because it helps like your mental. Like we deal with a lot of shit, right? And then like kids, because it helps them with like bullies. It teaches them confidence. Like it teaches you to be like, hey, at least enough to be like, don't say that to me, or don't like you can stand up for yourself. Because it doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I'm gonna be violent. I'm gonna choke this dude out. It's just like, hey, please don't talk to me that way. Like we're both human. Let's just talk how. You know, you would want to be talked to.
Yeah.
So like it helps. No, it really does. Like it goes into all aspects of life.
Definitely, yeah. Like I said, I've been wanting to take them jujitsu, especially. I have a few friends that are like, yeah, jujitsu is I think is the best for kids.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. So
You've never tried any?
yeah. So I don't know if you know Rob Eastman. Yeah, I know he doesn't. He's more of a wrestler, but he knows some jujitsu. So we bro.
In mingle they go.
Shit,
hand
bro.
in hand.
Yeah, but it's crazy, bro. Like I was wrestling with him or doing jiu-jitsu and fuck, bro. I couldn't even hang for like a minute. I was out of breath. It was bad, bro. And I was already in shape.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn,
It's a different shape. It's
Yes.
different.
Yes, I was sore for like 2 days. No bullshit. It was bad.
You're using muscles like you're not even.
Yeah.
Well,
Aware that you had that
yeah.
you use them. Yeah, you don't
You're
use them
like-
constantly.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
When I
like,
was training, I think I was taking
this
like
come from?
6 or 7 Epsom salt baths and like ice showers like a day because it was so. I was
was
training
bad.
so much and I was like, oh my gosh! And then I'd go stand at a market for like 12 hours, or I'd go stand in the kitchen for like 18 or whatever, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, then I'd go sleep for an hour, then I'd go train, and then I just do it all over again. You know. And so that's what happened, like leading up to the fight. Like I think I slept like an hour each night.
go ahead.
I said before that, we did wakeboarding, right?
Oh, wakeboarding.
Wakeboarding, that shit is
Yeah,
another.
that
rough.
takes a-
Oh,
That's
bro, it's shit.
It wasn't that bad. It was tiring, but it was that
Did you
bad.
get up?
Huh?
You got up? Did you try
on
it?
the wakeboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I got up once, and then after that, I just. I kept. No.
Yeah, you kept falling.
I
and
kept
stuff?
falling.
Hard to
Yeah.
get up. It's hard to stay up.
Wait, speak on the mic, man. You can barely hear you.
Anyways, wakeboarding is very fun. It's one of the water sports that I like the most. And,
It is hard to stay up.
yeah, it does work out your core because you're like standing up and you're balancing
tight.
a lot.
It's like tight.
And you're
Yeah.
holding that rope. But
He knows how to crash.
it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
No, these guys, what they did is that we went wakeboarding and they thought it would be funny to go full throttle and then go in a circle.
Oh, okay.
And so I thought I was gonna hit the boat, bro. So I was like, I just let go.
Sit out, Jesus. Take
Nah.
it.
Nah. He was going right, and he was like this.
No,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like,
That's what we
this,
said.
Gave him a
this.
sign. That means
I didn't say
Yeah,
go.
so we're like, hey, he said go faster.
that's fast.
So he
Nah,
fucking punched
these
it.
guys
and
were
he's all-
laughing at me. They're like, "Oh yeah, check this
So-
out."
It was funny. dog.
No,
Hey,
no.
it hurts when you hit.
Oh
though.
man, the
Like,
ankles.
Yeah.
Man, ankles hurt. I stopped and we just started doing like the ones with the tubes, right?
Yeah.
Last time we went, my homie was like, "Do you want to get in?" And I was like, "All right, like whatever, like we're here. I'll enjoy the experience." And Jessica's never been on it before, but I was like, "Let's just let's get on." Yeah, let's try it on because this one is harder to flip. So he went like full throttle for I think we were like 10 minutes out, and then the last one, he just punched it. So it created like this big wave, and we I saw it coming, but we hit it. I think I was like 15 feet in the air, I was high, and then he stopped, and all you hear was just boom, and we just hit the water, and he just like off the boat, and he was like, "Are you guys okay?" He was like, "This was the loudest." Like,
Oh
it was bad. I was sore. It hurt. I was
Yeah.
one and done. I was like, "All right, like, well, let's wrap this up." I was like, "I'm not getting on this boat
Yeah.
anymore."
I don't think Ruben remembers because I remember he had called me and he said that he was sore, but it's all right though. You don't.
He's trying to be tough.
He's trying to be a tough guy right
The
now.
way,
tough.
not even that. It's just the way that I remember it was like so freaking worth it. Like it was so.
Oh,
much
it's
fun.
fun.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
say it
worth it.
wasn't worth it. I just said that I woke up sore the next day. I didn't expect to
But
wake
I mean,
up
I would
sore.
do it again. Like it wasn't that bad. That's what I said. For me,
Okay, cool. Hey man, kudos to you.
He's a
I wasn't
tough
so
guy.
sore. I'm like, man, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Let's go,
I didn't
baby.
say that either. Anyways, but yes,
I'm in the Silver Surfer. Fool.
I just said the brown surfer, bro.
Aw.
You're like Dookie in the lake, floating. I'm joking. But yeah, man, shit. jiu-jitsu, it's a beast. It's a different animal.
Yeah. If you actually look on the characters, you'll see like they have a jiu-jitsu belt.
Oh shit, they do.
Yeah, and then our pineapple has like a white belt. It's
So,
it's like a little Easter
You
egg.
mentioned earlier you had 7 salsas that you guys make.
7
Which
right
one
now.
is this one that you brought
That's
us?
the medium.
The medium?
This is what I've been eating for the
I can't
last.
see it. You keep taking it away.
Yeah, so we have an original. That's not the spice, no spice. Mild, medium, hot, and then our mango habaneros ranked number 2 in Utah. Our fire green tomatillos ranked number 1 in Utah, and then our sweet heat pineapples is up there. But those are the only ones that I.
So how can I put it? Like all these places you've gone, like that you've been promoting your stuff. It's just people reaching out to you, or you reaching out to them.
Them reaching out to me.
So you've been networking, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's even like sometimes even at markets I'm too busy too because it's like I'm working. Like yeah, I own it and I should be, but like I have to work, you know. So I'm pushing it out. So it's hard for me to network. So a lot of the people that have reached out were a customer. Like they came, I said, "Yo, come try it." They tried it and they were like, "This is good. I'm gonna buy it." You know, like this one girl came, she bought one of each at a market, and she was like, "For Christmas, we do gift bags for like 160 of our employees. We want to use your sauce." And like at the time, I was like, "Okay," because you get a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I know this person, or I can get you into this, or I can do this."
Yeah.
Somebody always knows somebody.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm just like, okay. But then like that time came, and she was like, "Hey, it's that time. I need 160 salsas. I want chips." Like she did the whole thing. Like I think that's why we created the half pound. Is if I'm not mistaken, is because like we needed something to accommodate like a smaller scale, I guess.
This is dope, man.
And do you guys make the chips?
I do make the chips. I make everything.
How much is this? Right.
Medium's 13. So the sweet heat and the tomatillo or the FGS are 8 ounce.
I only have $5, bro.
No,
No, I'm
you-
joking. I'm messing with you.
Hey, you know what?
No,
With
okay.
your permission, can we try these
No, they're
on the
yours.
pod?
Yeah. that's
Can we
yours.
try them right now?
Yeah.
Let's do it, guys.
Please.
Let's
I just made
I just
these,
want to
like-
taste them.
Yeah, I make all that.
Sauced up chips.
We were doing like store bought chips for a while, and like it wasn't good. Like with the sauce, like it just didn't complement each other. You know,
Right off
but
the bat, I'm looking at these chips and they look like
they crunchy. They're
yeah,
good.
they look good. They look
Yeah,
look
dude.
beautiful, man.
Especially if I like to cook with. Like I like to cook. Like I'll use them for nachos, and I'll throw like sauce on, or like I do a lot of stuff with the chips.
And the package says sauced up chips.
Yeah. So, just because we're sauce up salsa, right?
Right,
So
right,
they're
right.
a little bit like, and they're sauced up because they're more enhanced than your normal like tortilla chip that you would get at the store. Also, because we have freeze dried salsa besides our fresh. So we
Okay.
have. I mean, we're sold out right now. Like we're getting more made, but we have freeze dried sauce in packs, and sometimes we'll coat the chips in them. So sometimes you'll get like sweet heat pineapple chip or like.
Oh.
Or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
have like the hot, which is really good.
My mouth is getting watery just
Yeah,
wanting
it looks good.
Pass
And
those
this
chips-
fool's over
pass
here
the sauced up
holding
chips
it.
over here.
Yeah,
I
bro.
get it. That's okay. I get it. I get couples who are like, they come cussing they're partying around because they're like, they ate it while I was at work. Like it's,
Damn.
right? Thank you.
So, was this ranked on the no?
No, this one won an award. Like it won an award, right? They're all award winning, but I only put 3 in.
It's good.
Sorry, I'm
Thank-
listening, bro. I'm
No,
listening.
you're good. You're good. I get it. No, I get it. But we're gonna create some more stuff. Like we've been asked to like create some stuff. It's just like I'm busy, But yeah. Hopefully we'll have more help this next year. Hopefully more people want to rock and we're able to grow and like accommodate more things because like people want to see us succeed and do all these things. But like it's easy,
That's good, bro.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
I love it. It's medium.
Right. Yeah.
The flavor is good. I tried another
Wow,
one, bro.
I don't think I've ever had a salsa like that, man. That's
No,
really good.
different. It's
It's like
different.
spicy, but just for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
That's crazy.
I made it like that.
Yeah.
And like it's weird because I try to go back into that mindset where like I was, to create that, and it's like different now because like I'm a different person now, right? But yeah, dude, that's one of my favorites. Like my daughter loves one of those. I like the hot too. So the other ones are gonna be hotter.
Okay.
We got some scorpion peppers. I got some ghost peppers. So like this next one's gonna be like spicy, but good flavor. It's more-
Hell's
Do you
good.
How
plan
long-
on going? Do you plan on going these salsa competitions where they like do the spice levels and all that?
Right. So I don't even know. Like I saw that there was a competition, and I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm here. Let's see what happens. So I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it as long as the business is alive. I'm gonna keep, giving to the community. I'm gonna try, to better myself and like, boost these other salsas up. And but they invited us back, so like I'll be back there. It's called Chili Sauce Lake City. It's so it's done by Chili Beak, and they're doing it like Father's Day weekend next year. That's basically all the top salsa people in Utah. They have like their competition if you wish to enter, but you can go and try different sauces, buy them, etc. And like we sponsored that. We gave them chips for like competitions. Like it's good. It's fun. Like it's just to be able to be like in the category of some of the people who've been around for 10, 11 years, or we're comparable to them, and I'm not even at 2 years yet. I hit 2 years on the 19th of this month.
Damn.
So like everyone's, I think that's one thing that like stands out. It's like, well, why is this dude moving so fast through?
Damn.
Like, because it's not heard of. Like that's what someone told me. They're like, people hate because like you said you're gonna do this, and then you did it flawlessly, and like people hate when that happens.
Right, you made it look easy.
Yeah, I made it look easy because people still tell me like, oh, it must be easy, and I'm like, I wish. If it
was
easy, if I was easy, I'd be at home right now. Mm-hmm. I would just have money coming in. Like, it's not easy. I'm here with you working. I'm here. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy. Nothing.
Damn, that salsa's bomb, bro. I like it.
What's your favorite?
I mean, I eat them all, right? Because, like, I don't say that because I own it. I say it because I use them for different things. So I eat mostly the medium and the hot for, like, chips. Okay. Right? But, like, the hot I use in hamburgers. The mango, like I said, I have that chicken. The sweet heat I like to put on salmon, like the green I'll do, like, on eggs or even, like...
I was going to say, I was just thinking of
like
eggs right now.
Like, like a little taco. Like,
taco?
Yeah, I've done tamales with it. Like, I've done a ton of stuff. Like, I use them for... a lot of different things, so like it's kind of one thing that frustrates me is that like on markets when we go to and we ask people like, do you want to try any? They're like, oh, it's too early, and I'm like, well, it's never too early for food, right? Like, cause you can go to a coffee spot and get like a bagel and like an egg, and then they give you a side of salsa with it, but like and it's not early then, like, right? Or like you go to get a breakfast burrito or something like at a McDonald's or something, same thing, or like chilaquiles or huevos rancheros, like sauce, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So I don't personally think it's ever too early because like I have breakfast ideas, I got lunch ideas, snacks, all that.
What how the time frame for the expiration?
Yep. So we seal ours. We have a temper seal on it, 3 to 5 weeks with the seal on, and then once the seal's off, we say 3 weeks. Or if you don't like to refrigerate it, we'll say like a week. Okay. Because I don't refrigerate mine, so like I eat mine within that week frame.
Oh wow. Shit.
I just leave it out.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. I tried another one, and it was okay. Mm-hmm. This one, I love this one, bro. Thanks, do you set up like what's it called when you do what is it, farmers market or stuff like that? Do you set up like where people could try it?
Yeah. We have samples. And
that's what it's called. Samples.
Yeah. So I've gone through like 12 different ways of giving samples out, but the easiest way that we've come about is I put them in squirt bottles, and and I'll have I make a bag of chips or a few specifically to like give to people, and so they'll come and I'll squirt some on a chip and I'll give it to them and they can try them out, and because I want people to try before they take some home because I've had people who tried it like last year and they're like, oh, it's too pricey. But then there are some of my best customers this year. You know what I mean? So like it was just them being able to try it. I planted that seed, and for a whole year they thought about us. For enough to come back and be a frequent buyer.
Yeah, damn.
That's dope.
When you said squirt bottle, I thought you meant like one of those spray bottles. I'm like, how does
that gonna work?
Like like those old ketchup ones,
I know
like that. Yeah.
That's what I get. No. So I knew what you're talking about with this guy. He needs help sometimes.
So, bro, we want to thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
And before we wrap it up, I want to ask. It's a question that we always ask here on the Lake Talk 801. What is your favorite local spot to eat here? In Salt Lake City, Utah.
Pie Hole.
The Pie Hole. Is that local?
Yeah. Pie Hole's local downtown next to the I don't think it's Waste of Space anymore, but the old Waste of Space. That's what gets me through. Like if you check my bank account, that's
That's all you'll
That's
see?
all I see. Yeah.
Hi-Ho Pizza.
Hi-Ho Pizza.
Awesome.
They all know
Awesome
me.
pizza.
Well, I'm a pizza person. Like I went to New York for to do this Broadway workshop, and I think for a week I spent like $650 on just pizza because I was walking. I was like, if I'm going to New York, I'm gonna try New York pizza.
Hell yeah.
So
Oh, you're
there's
hitting
some
all
on
the
every
spots.
block.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went to Chicago, same thing. I went to Chi-Town just to try pizza, and I went to get deep dish. That's one of my favorite spots. Like it's right in the middle. Like it's just right off the freeway. Like
Pizza is crazy.
and it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
pizza is good. Tacos are good too. But like, I think that's probably like the main spot I
So
go.
you take your salsa with you and
Sometimes, yeah. Well,
Damn,
yeah.
that sounds
sometimes.
good. That sounds good.
It is.
Salsa pizza?
Yeah. I usually do like I'll put it in marinara. You know, I'll dip in the marinara, or sometimes I'll use the freeze dry and do like a dry seasoning, and I'll sprinkle it on there. Salsa and pizza is real good.
it's delicious.
Yeah, we just tried the green one on I think it was like pepperoni last week, and that was better than I actually
Sounds
thought.
good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So if people want to contact you or buy this product here, where can they go?
So we're primarily online at sauceupsalsa.com. We're on Google, but we do sell at Solitude up at the Canyons.
Oh, okay.
We sell at the Hyatt Regency, the big hotel that's downtown. That's connected to like the event center. You know, which is why I go to the Pie Hole, because like I go deliver,
right
then
there.
it's like right there. Yeah, like
Dope.
so like it just makes it easy. The Hilton Garden in Ogden, we have a store called the Mofoco. It's like a modern, it's a co-op. It's a co-op in St. George. So those are the only places that we're at right now. There's a few like in the works, but a lot of people want us to see us in like Harmon's and Smith's and like all these bigger places, which is fine. But we do ask like if people want to see us there to reach out and let them know, because like it's different if I come to you and I say like, hey, I want to be in your store. But if you have like people who actually want to see us there, say, hey, we want to come get this, because I know people who go to the store and they won't buy salsa anymore at the store.
Right.
Like people like send us messages at them walking past because they're like, it's not the same. Like I'd rather not, or change my whole menu option up and wait for a better option than to get this trash and like take it home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's dope, bro. Well, we hope to see you at Harmon's, because I shop at Harmon's and Smith's.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I go there too.
I'll tell them, bro. And next time I'll be like, hey, man, get these guys up in here. Sauce up salsa.
That'd be
You don't
nice.
got no salsa? What do you mean you got no salsa?
What's wrong with you? I know. Yeah,
Everybody
well,
got salsa.
for real. Like,
Put 'em
I
on
think
spot.
we're out. We're around more now that like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we have a few people who have reached out. It's just like,
And you're local.
yeah, and we're local. Like we're helping the community. Like we're trying to buy local. We're helping people around us. Like the free try we get done is from local. Like, the stuff we get is from local. Like we help. Like you know what I mean. So it's just gonna give me, I guess, more means to help grow others around me. You know what I mean? Like I want other people to come up with me.
Yeah.
Like it's no fun just doing it all by yourself. Like it's nice being able to spit ideas with like other businesses and stuff like that. So I guess really appreciative like where we're at right now.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
dope.
so online we deliver, we ship, we do everything. We have merch. Like
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that you think we missed that you would like the listeners to know?
no. Well, if you want to try some of the best salsa and chips of your life, come hit us up. For Christmas we're doing the 12 days of Christmas, where from starting on the 12th we're doing like 12 different deals.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so you guys can come and people can check
Support.
that out. Yeah,
Definitely. We'll post it on our page for sure,
Cool,
bro. And
thank you.
promote it. Yeah,
I
definitely,
appreciate it.
bro.
I'll tag y'all.
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's do it, bro.
Do you have any shout outs?
Just Jessica for busting her ass in the kitchen for us.
Thank you, Jessica.
Be honest, like she's
His wife.
Yeah, I said thank you, Jessica.
Oh, I
he
thought you said
no,
who's
he
Jessica?
said thank you.
My bad.
No, she's a big part of like what we do. Because there's
Right.
times where like I handle stuff on the back end, so she's out like making sure stuff is ready for the stores and events. But she's missing stuff like this because like she
She's
has
working.
because she's over there doing her own, like she has to do stuff too. So I appreciate her. Megan, who helps us, she helps us from time to time. So thank you. And then I appreciate you guys for having me. So thank you for giving me your time and you guys, letting me speak.
Vice versa, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Vice versa.
definitely.
And then I want to just thank like the community and the people that have been rocking with us and people that don't rock with us, because regardless of what you're doing, you're the motivation. So you can be on the train or you can be off the train, but either way, the train's going.
Yeah.
Either way, stay out the way.
Right, choo choo.
Hell yeah.
So you know what I mean. But yeah. Other than that, I think 2023 is going to be a good year. So like, if you're not following or check us out and
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Follow, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sure. Well, once again, man, thank you. We appreciate your time. Great salsa that you brought for us. Thank you again
Yeah,
for
of
that.
course.
That's
Yeah.
good. If you have not yet tried this, you need to hit them up on their pages. And yeah, man, do you guys have anything else to say?
Nah, that's it, man. You guys better try that shit. It's just delicious.
Delicious. I put my stamp on it.
Yes.
Oh, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, peace.
Thank you for listening. Join us next time.